Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the previous class, if you people remind, we discussed about balance of payment. Then after that, we discussed about the components of balance of payment. That there are three components of balance of payment. And we discussed about the first component, that was current account. We discussed about this in detail. I'm not going to discuss it again. Today we are going to discuss the second component of the balance of payment, and that component is capital and financial account. What is capital and financial account? It is the summary of flow of fund resulting from the sale of financial assets. See, the sale of financial assets between one specified country and all other countries over a specified period of time. See, in current account, our main focus was the sale of goods and services, then the factor income, and then the transfer payments. But here in capital and financial account, our main focus is the sale of financial assets. Means the main focus here is on investments. It also includes unilateral current transfers. What does it mean? It means debt forgiveness. Suppose one country give loan to other country and now they are going to forgive it. They are not going to take it back. Transfers by immigrants means suppose if some Afghans, they are in other countries and they are sending money to Afghanistan, so these are transfers by immigrants. The sale or purchase of rights to natural resources are patents. Means suppose some Afghans, they are going to other countries and in those countries they are going to extract some natural resources and they are going to take the patents for that. Patents means the rights to extract the natural resources. So in capital account, again, it has three further components. We will discuss it. It compares the new foreign investments made by a country with the foreign investments within a country over a particular time period. What does it mean? It means, suppose the people of Afghanistan, they are investing money in foreign countries, and foreigners, they are investing money in Afghanistan. So this is comparing these two things. It compares the new foreign investments made by a country with the foreign investments within a country. Means investment made by a country means the people of Afghanistan, suppose they are investing money abroad, with the foreign investment within a country, and foreigners, they are investing money in Afghanistan over a particular period of time. So it is also comparing these foreign investments. Now when we will discuss its components, it will be much more clear. Three components of the capital and financial account. The first component, it is direct foreign investment. Investments in fixed assets in foreign countries. Fixed assets, you know about fixed assets, and you know about DFI, direct foreign investments. When you are purchasing more than 50% stacks in foreign companies, we call it direct foreign investments. You are going to purchase land, building, furniture, machinery, these things. So means you are developing a setup. So that is what? That is direct foreign investment. So this component, it is what? Investments in fixed assets in foreign countries. So we call it direct foreign investment. We already discussed about this in detail. The second component of capital and financial account, it is portfolio investment. You know about portfolio investment, transaction involving long-term financial assets such as stocks and bonds, means investment made by the people of one country in foreign country stocks and bonds between countries that do not affect the transfer of control. But here the main focus is the transfer of control. Here we are not going to purchase more than 50% stake, because if we will purchase more than 50% stakes or stocks, then it will be direct foreign investments. See, suppose this is Afghanistan, and suppose these are other countries. Now the people of Afghanistan, they are investing in bonds and stocks in foreign countries. Bonds and stocks I'm talking about, financial assets, portfolio investment, that is portfolio investment. So here the main thing is that we are not purchasing shares or bonds whose value is more than 50% of the whole company. Just we are purchasing bonds and stocks to earn interest and dividend. Keep in mind, if you purchase more than 50% shares, then it will not be portfolio investment, it will be direct foreign investment. That was the first part we discussed about this. So if you purchase more than 50%, it will become DFI. But if you purchase less than 50%, it will be portfolio investment, PI. And the third thing is, the third component is other capital investments, means transactions involving short-term financial assets such as money market securities between countries. Suppose the people of Afghanistan, they are investing in foreign countries in short-term securities like T-bills, and commercial papers, because they are short-term investment, less than 1 year. Their maturity is less than 1 year. So we call it other capital investments. So we discussed about the three components of the capital and financial account. The first one was direct foreign investment. Investments in fixed assets in foreign countries are investments in more than 50% shares of a company in foreign countries. The second one is portfolio investment. investments in bonds and stocks in foreign countries, and the third one is other capital investments, that is investments in short term financial assets in foreign countries. The third component of balance of payment, it is official settlement account. Basically, it is the sum of the current account and the capital and financial account. The previous two that we discussed, it is the sum of the first two, that is capital account and current account. We discussed about the first two components of the balance of payment. Balance of payment shortly. We discussed first about current account, then we discussed about capital and financial account, C and F. Now, official settlement account, it is basically the sum of the first two, current account and capital and financial account. When we will add these two, we will get official settlement account. Now see, a negative official settlements balance may indicate that a country is draining its official international reserve assets or may be incurring debts to foreign central banks. What does it mean? It means that if this is negative, so it means that more money, more foreign reserves are going out of the country. Suppose current account, its balance is suppose 60 billion. Negative. Capital and financial account, suppose it is 10 billion. Positive. So their difference is negative 50 billion. Now if it is negative, it means that more money is going out of a country. See, we are paying 60 billion for what? For purchase of goods and services, current account. And in investments, we are receiving more money, more foreign investments, that is 10 billion. But the difference between these two, it is minus 50 billion, means minus 50 billion foreign reserves are going out of a country. So that's why official settlement account is negative. I mean, if you don't have money, you will take a loan of minus 50 billion from foreign banks and you will make payment to foreign countries. If you don't have money, you will take loans. Loans for what? For making these payments. This payment and this payment. For making these payments, you will take loans from foreign central banks and you will make payments. Official reserves represents that the holdings by the government are official agencies. Your governments are official agencies. Mostly the central bank is the main official agency. of the means of payment that are generally accepted for the settlement of international claim. So, what are official reserves? Basically, the foreign currencies with your central banks. And why you need these official reserves? Why you need the foreign currencies? For making payment of the purchases that a country is making. For importing goods and services, you need what? You need dollars for making payment. So these are called official reserves. Now look at this. This is our current account. Goods export 30. Suppose it is in billion. Hypothetical, this is a hypothetical. Goods imports, see, exports are 30 and imports are 50. So what is balance on goods? It is minus 20. 50, 30, so it is minus 20. Services exports 18, services imports minus 12. So their difference is 6 plus positive, this is positive. Balance on goods and services, so it is minus 14. C, we paid 20 billion for goods, we received 6 billion for services, so payment is more, so it becomes minus 14, the difference between these two. The negative balance indicates a trade deficits in goods and services. Now see, this is capital account. Net investment income. Sorry, this is the second component, that is income. Net investments income, it is minus 5. Means we are making payment to foreign investors for their investments in Afghanistan. The second component of the current account. We discussed about this. Net transfers means we suppose give loans, not loans, we give gifts, we give grants to foreign countries. So it becomes 5 and 7, 12. So 14 and this 12, so it becomes minus 26. So balance on current account, it is minus 26. Capital or financial account. The second component of balance of payment. See, this is the first component. In first component, we have further 3 components: goods and services, then investment income, factor income payment, if you people remind from the first class, and net transfers. That is the third component of the current account. Now the second component, that is the capital financial account. Inflows of foreign assets to US. Inflows of foreign assets means investments in USA, America. Outflow of US assets abroad means US people, they are investing money in foreign countries, so it is minus 20 billion. 35 billion is made in USA, $20 billion it is made outside USA. So balance on capital account, it is 15. Now see, what is official reserve? It is the sum of these two, this and this. So 26 minus 26 plus 15. So we are getting how much? 11. This is minus 11. This is minus 11. So this is basically the balance of payment. Now, balance of payment accounting. Imports are recorded as debit payments. You know about the concept of debit and credit. Exports are recorded as a credit receipts. Keep in mind, in accounting for expenses, increase in expense, you are going to debit it. And for imports, What are we doing? When you're importing something, it is an expense. Why? You're making payment. So it will be debit. This is EXP, expense. Increase in expense is debit. And import is what? Import is an expense. Why? A country is making payments for their exports. Imports is income. And increase in revenue, it is what? It is credited. Now see, exports. Export, when you're exporting goods, money is coming to Afghanistan. So it is an income, and increase in income is what? Is credit. So see here, imports are recorded as debit because it is an expense. An expense is a payment, and for payment, increase in expense is what? Is debit. Exports are recorded as credit. Exports, goods are going out, money is coming into the country, so it is an income. And increase in income is a receipt, and increase in income is credit. Listen again. Expense is debit, and imports are expenses, and increase in expense is what? Is debit. Imports are basically payments. So increase in payments, payments is expense, is debit. Exports is an income. Exports is what? Income. And increase in income is credit. Revenues, increase in revenue, it is what? It is credit. It is basically receipt. Receipt means receiving money. Now here is an example. Penny purchases stereos, US produced, in Indonesia, that it will sell in its US retail stores. Cash outflow, so it will be what? It will be a debit. Penny purchases stereos, US produced, in Indonesia. That is an Indonesian company, and they are purchasing stereos, electronic equipments, and they will sell it in US retail stores. So it is what? It is cash outflow, because Indonesian company is making payment, so it will be recorded as a debit. A US investor receives a payment from a French firm in which he purchased stocks. Dividend, US cash inflow, so it will be credit. See, investor is US. He invests money in a French company, and now French company paid income, means dividend simply. So US investor, he is sitting in USA and he is receiving money from a French company. So money is going to USA. So it is inflow for USA, means revenue, so it will be recorded as a credit. I think for today it is enough. Inshallah, in the next class, then we will study about the factors affecting international flow of fund. In international flow of funds, then we have international trade flow, international portfolio investment, and direct foreign investment. So inshallah, in the next class, it is too much, so inshallah in the next class we will start it and then we will finish it. And these agencies that facilitate international flow of funds, there will be an assignment on that. Inshallah in the next class we will discuss about that assignment as well.